Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over 30 Minecraft facts that you may or may not know. These are for the Java version of Minecraft, and if you guys know or do not know any, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you guys know. So, we're going to be starting here. On the Java version of Minecraft, as an iron golem takes more damage, it will actually slowly become more and more chipped. If you actually take an iron ingot, you can slowly repair it until it's fully healed. This way you can keep your iron golems from dying, and you don't have to keep wasting as much iron to make new ones. End rods can be a really good light source for builds, but did you know that you can craft them using a popped chorus fruit and a blaze rod? If you take both and you take them to the crafting table and put them in this order, you get 4 end rods. If you waterlog a slab, you can actually still place the lily pad on top. When throwing an egg, you have a chance to get a baby chicken, but you actually have a 1 in 256 chance to get 4 chickens at once. Did you know that a cat and an iron golem are the only 2 mobs that will not take fall damage? When placing down redstone dust, it will actually be placed as this wire piece. But did you know that you can right click it to change it from the dot and then back to the wired? I'm not a big redstone expert, but I believe this is to do with like how the input or output is on the circuit. Many people know that you can use carrots to have a pig follow you, or you can breed them with it. But did you know that you can use beetroots? Many people know that you can use bamboo to feed a panda and it will pick it up and it will eventually eat it after a few seconds. But did you know that you can actually use a cake to feed it? A panda will go and pick up a cake after a few seconds and eat it just like this. Let's see if we can get these pandas to eat. There he goes. A hungry panda. If you actually have a villager placed next to a dispenser with any type of mob head, you can actually dispense the head onto them. If you get a pig with a saddle into a minecart, you can actually use it as like a boosting system. So if you hold down your forward button, you can actually go back and forth. If you hold W, you do have to go, you do have to look the other direction. But if you hold down S to walk backwards, you can go forward in the direction that you're facing. It's basically a reversed steering system. You can use a cauldron to undye many items such as banners. It will take the topmost layer off, but seeing as I only have 1 layer, I have gotten a fresh pink banner. Same with dyed boots. You get the normal leather boots, and you can even use it on shulker boxes to revert it back to the normal purple. You can use a lava bucket as a fuel source in a furnace. This will smelt 100 blocks. You can use both a water bucket and a shovel to put out a campfire. But you can also use a flint and steel to relight it. Many people know that a skeleton will actually run away from a wolf, and the wolf will go and attack it. It will become hostile and eventually kill the skeleton. But it is actually the other way around when it comes to llamas. Llamas will actually spit out a wolf and a wolf will run away. And miss most of his shots. You don't actually have to worry about hostile mobs on Mushroom Islands. They will never spawn on Mushroom Islands, and they will actually not spawn in the caves below them. When a campfire is placed on a hay bale, the smoke will actually be roughly twice as high as if it were placed on its own. If a sheep is placed next to a dispenser with shears inside of it, you can actually shear the sheep. This will make for good automatic sheep farms. If you actually have an evoker and a sheep next to each other, if you actually dye the sheep blue, the evoker will actually revert it to red every single time. I forget the reference, but this is a reference off of a video game, I believe. Same as the evoker and sheep one, if you have a vindicator and you actually get a name tag and name him Johnny, this is a reference to The Shining, and this will make the vindicator attack anything as it goes hostile on the other sheep, you can see. But because they're in separate cages, you'll never get them. You can actually use 2 pieces of bamboo to make a single stick. And seeing as bamboo farms are very efficient and grow very fast, you can get lots of sticks this way. This can also be a good way to get lots of emeralds from the Fletcher villager, seeing as they have the 32 sticks for emerald trade. You can actually smelt both iron and gold tools and weapons and armor inside of a furnace to get a single golden iron nugget. You get 9 of those and you get an ingot. It's not the most efficient system, but yeah, it's a good way to renew your resources. You can actually take a crossbow and fireworks, and if you put the fireworks in your offhand, you can actually load up the crossbow with a firework. And if you have any sort of effects on the firework, it will shoot those effects as well. A really helpful tip on Java is if you actually use the key command F3 and H, you can actually turn on advanced tooltips. This will allow you to see the durability of your weapons and tools and armor. When you write text on a sign, you can actually use any sort of dye to dye the text. And in the next update, the Cave and Cliffs update, you can actually use the new glow ink sec to illuminate the text, so it'll be bright at night. Going back to one of the earlier ones in this video, you can actually place lily pads on a normal ice block. I did test this with the packed and blue ice, but it does not work, only the normal ice. If you have a map, you can actually have vanilla waypoints. So if you right click a banner, it'll pop up a little marker on the map. But if you actually name the banner before placing it down, you can actually have them labeled. So this one I named home. So like if you had a base here, you can label them, and you can have multiple around your world. You can actually use shears to shear a mushroom, and it'll revert it back to a normal cow. And you'll get some red mushrooms back. Another thing to do with the mushroom is if you actually strike it with lightning, and this may kill it, and this may be loud, you can actually change it into a brown mushroom. The brown mushrooms are used to get suspicious stew, so if you fed it any sort of flour actually, and you got a bowl, you get suspicious stew, and depending on what flour you give it is what potion effect's in here. But because it doesn't say, you can give this to your friend and they will never know what potion effect. For many of the OG Minecraft players, you may remember this trick of spacing out ladders to save resources, and you would be able to climb them. But in the past, they fixed this ability and you can't climb them. But you can actually replace those gaps with trapdoors, and you can still climb. It may not be the most resource efficient thing, but it is a fun fact going back to the old skip a ladder trick. And finally, this has to do with the compass. So, everybody knows is when you use the compass, it'll point to the direction you are looking. But didn't you know that actually in your search bar in the creative menu, it'll actually change to which direction you're looking? Same goes for in the tools section. If you look somewhere else, it'll point somewhere else. So if you're in creative and you don't feel like getting a compass, but you need to know what direction you're in, you can easily just look up at the top right in creative. Alright everybody, that does it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did learn something new, let me know. And if you didn't, then you're pretty good at Minecraft. And thank you for watching this. If you're new, please subscribe. It helps me out. I want to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers, hopefully this year. I want to keep pushing out more content. Another SMP video should be on its way at the end of this week. I've been busy and I haven't found time to record an SMP video. So I'm going to get that out by the end of this week, hopefully. And yeah, if you did enjoy, like it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.